gonna remove and replace the steering cable on this 2003 Yamaha SUV Waverunner. This same procedure will apply for basically all of your Yamaha Waverunners. Let's see, first part is going to be removing your jet pump. So look up a video on how to remove the jet pump. It's just not that hard. You should remove this thing anyway. If you haven't done so before, apply heat. Get a torch, a propane torch on all those bolts underneath this ride plate for about 20-30 seconds at least for each bolt, and it should come out reasonably easy if it's a freshwater ski, maybe a little tougher if it's a saltwater ski. Careful not to break those off. It just gives you a lot more room underneath here. You can get all that garbage out of your way, and like I said, it's good to remove them anyway, just to kind of freshen up those connections and put some what do you call it, white thread lock on there. I don't put any kind of medium strength thread lock on these ones. I just want it to not to get water to migrate onto the thread, so I put the white stuff on there. Anyway, without further ado, take your channel locks and spin this guy out. I already had this one loosened up, then decided to make this video. Behind that one, it's gonna be this super thin little washer right here. Just pull that one along with it. Let's see. This cable is trash. And then behind there's this black plug. So I assume that black plug is just a rubber, it's hard to do this one-handed, is a rubber plug to keep the water, you know, out, yeah. So kind of twist it to free it up and slowly work it this way. You might be able to reuse that part later in something else. Oops, I think I just completely destroyed it. Oh, it's plastic, okay. Doesn't matter, this cable's fucked. So that, oh, okay. So that's one of these clips, actually. So this isn't busted. Try to focus on you, okay? So it's just a little clip. Bang. All right, so that's reusable. And then, I believe behind there is the rubber plug. Let me grab a flathead screwdriver, something thin to poke in there. Alrighty, next thing, so we got a little thin flathead screwdriver, needle nose pliers in case we need it. Try to put this camera up on in there so you see what's going on. So I'm just picking at it to try to pull this plug out of this hole. I think this is going to push through the rear of the ski when I'm all said and done here. So I may not have to do this. It might just push right out. But let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I don't think we really need to do this. Okay. Wife just came outside to check on me, make sure I didn't die underneath this jet ski lift that I'm sitting underneath right now, I guess. You know what? All I had to do was pull on this damn thing and it came right out. So that's just a little rubber grommet sleeve there to keep the watertight fitting. So it does appear that it's going to come off through the rear of the ski when we're all said and done here. Let's go on the inside now, see what's up. And now, depending on what ski you've got, if it happens to be the SUV, take out all these screws for your battery bucket. On the other side so you can see what's going on. And what does this guy have? A towel covering all this stuff up? Interesting. So it is going to be really hard to see. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that black line that's right down there, that's your steering cable through the through hull fitting. I don't know that I need to unlock that black nut right there that's behind the white goop, if you can see that. So basically from left to right you got the reverse, or excuse me, the steering cable, you've got some white through hole sealant holding the nut on and stuff like that. We'll find out in a minute here. That then passes through the mid wall here, comes through here, comes up the side. Let's see, looks like it's connected with a little zip tie action. Of course, if you got a motor inside your ski, it's just a little more cumbersome. a lot more cumbersome. And it comes up here, travels up, and wiggle it, see where it's going, and it goes to this little mechanism here. So take off this plate. You're gonna have to remove these two. Looks like those are either, I think those are 8mm bolts right there. Nuts, excuse me, 8mm nuts. And the mechanism that this mounts to there, let's see. Well, we'll see what that mounts to. Hang on. Let me get a 8mm. Let's see, 8mm. Let's grab our 8mm, a little extension. All right. Let's go to the side. Pause this. Okay, two things. That is a 10mm, not an 8mm. The 8, and the other thing is that it will not fit on a on my wrench or my power tools. So we'll go old school. All right. As those nuts get to the top of the threads, you'll have your fuel tank in there, of course, and your motor. So you, instead of being able to thread your arm down through this convenient hole, you have to jack around through here, which is still doable. I mean, not a big deal, but make sure not to drop those.